The moment Alex hit 22, he felt like the world was moving faster than him. A young entrepreneur in Los Angeles, he had dozens of ideas, apps, content channels, freelance projects, but somehow none ever finished. Every spark of excitement fizzled out in frustration. Until one day, a mentor told him something that changed everything. The energy you think is distracting you is your greatest superpower if you know how to use it. That's the secret of sex transmutation, a principle Napoleon Hill described as converting primal energy into creative, productive, and emotional power. It's not about anything physical. It's about passion, desire, and drive, and channeling it into actions that move your life forward. Alex didn't realize it, but every time he felt restless, anxious, or overexcited about a project, that energy was like fuel waiting to be harnessed. The problem was not the energy, it was direction. Millennials today experience it constantly. Bursts of inspiration, moments of obsession, ideas that feel bigger than life. But without focus, that same energy becomes scattered frustration. The first step is awareness. Alex started noticing when his energy spiked, when he got an idea that made him tingle with excitement, or when a frustration consumed his thoughts. Instead of letting it drift, he paused. He asked himself, how can I take this energy and channel it into something tangible? That's when he created his first system. Morning hours were for raw creativity, brainstorming, sketching ideas, drafting concepts. Afternoons were for refinement, editing, testing, and implementing. Evenings were for reflection, analyzing what worked, what didn't, and how to improve tomorrow. Within weeks, Alex noticed a shift. What used to fizzle into half-finished projects became a consistent rhythm of accomplishment. The energy that once felt chaotic became a steady, powerful force driving his work, his brand, and his confidence. This principle isn't just for entrepreneurs like Alex. Think of Mia, a 23-year-old freelance designer in Austin. Her frustration over client revisions used to drain her creativity. Once she started redirecting that frustration into problem solving, her designs improved. Clients loved her work, and her stress diminished. Or Jordan, a 24-year-old coder in San Diego, who transformed scattered curiosity into mastery by focusing on one framework at a time. The story is always the same. Raw energy is constant. The difference lies in how you channel it. Millennials have an unprecedented abundance of energy. Digital, social, emotional, but few understand how to turn it into results. That's what this chapter is about. Converting restless passion into focused, measurable achievement, and discovering how the energy you already have can create the life you want. After his breakthrough with structured energy, Alex realized awareness alone wasn't enough. He needed to understand the raw power behind every surge of excitement, passion, or even frustration. Millennials often mistake this energy for distraction or stress, but in reality, it's a tool waiting to be mastered. Take Emma, a 22-year-old content creator in New York. She constantly felt bursts of creative energy, ideas for TikTok videos, blog posts, and social campaigns, but none ever went live. She assumed she lacked discipline. The truth? She had no method to capture, redirect, and apply her energy. Alex learned that the first step after awareness is recording and channeling. Every morning, he wrote down the moments when his energy spiked. Excitement about an idea, irritation at a problem, or even longing for personal growth. Then, he mapped each feeling to a specific action. For Emma, this meant burst of excitement, immediate brainstorming and outlining of content. Frustration, problem-solving sessions or learning new skills. Longing for growth, creating small, achievable daily goals. The result? Ideas that used to fizzle out now had direction. A viral social campaign she designed hit thousands of viewers because she learned to channel that same energy into focused action. Another millennial example is David, a 23-year-old app developer in San Francisco. Every time he felt restless while coding, he paused and redirected the energy into small, achievable coding sprints. Over weeks, these sprints compiled into a fully functional app, impressing investors. The principle here is simple. Energy, when captured and channeled, becomes unstoppable momentum. The same excitement, curiosity, or frustration that used to paralyze millennials now drives tangible results. By the end of his second month, Alex noticed that his mornings felt electric. He no longer wasted bursts of energy on distractions. Instead, each spike became a building block for productivity. Creativity flowed naturally, frustration became problem-solving fuel, and even boredom turned into exploration for new opportunities. Millennials often complain they feel scattered or overwhelmed. In reality, their energy is too powerful to ignore. The challenge isn't creating energy, it's directing it. And that is the essence of sex transmutation, transforming raw, emotional, or sexual energy into creative and professional power. Alex's experience, along with Emma and David, shows that the moment you recognize your energy, document it, and redirect it, the results become tangible. Every millennial has this energy. The difference lies in learning how to use it intentionally. Alex quickly realized that awareness and documentation of energy were just the beginning. The next critical step was emotional redirection, learning how to turn frustration, desire, or restless excitement into purposeful action. For millennials, this is a game changer. So often, emotions are dismissed as distractions, but in reality, they are raw fuel waiting to be harnessed. Take Maya, a 23-year-old freelance writer in Los Angeles. She frequently felt waves of irritation after clients rejected drafts or requested endless revisions. Instead of letting this frustration paralyze her, she experimented with a simple approach. She dedicated 15 minutes immediately after each rejection to brainstorming new ideas or improving her drafts. What used to feel like wasted energy now became the catalyst for innovation. Within weeks, her client satisfaction increased and her productivity doubled. Then there's Jordan, a 24-year-old app developer in Seattle. He often felt bursts of excitement about coding new features, but would jump between ideas without completing anything. By channeling that excitement into focused mini-sprints, he transformed scattered energy into fully functional apps. Each mini-sprint reinforced his discipline and produced tangible results, turning what seemed like random enthusiasm into real progress. Emotional redirection isn't limited to frustration or excitement. Desire, whether romantic, aspirational, or social, can also be a powerful driver. Sophia, a 22-year-old digital marketer in Miami, felt her ambitions simmering but unfocused. By converting the intensity of desire into scheduled creative sessions, she launched a series of successful marketing campaigns that grew her portfolio and personal brand. Alex applied these lessons immediately. He noticed that every emotional surge, positive or negative, was an opportunity. When he felt anxious about deadlines, he transformed it into strategic planning sessions. When he felt bursts of excitement about an idea, he scheduled time blocks to create and test. Every emotion had a clear outlet, and every outlet led to measurable outcomes. The pattern is clear. Millennials often feel overwhelmed by raw energy because it lacks structure. Emotional redirection gives it direction and purpose. Instead of reacting passively, young adults learn to act intentionally. By taking charge of emotional energy, every frustration, excitement, or desire becomes a tool for achievement. By the end of this phase, Alex noticed a profound change. The chaotic waves of emotion that once left him exhausted now propelled him forward. Each day became a series of small wins, each fueled by intentional energy redirection. Maya, Jordan, and Sophia all experienced the same transformation. Frustration turned into creation, excitement became productivity, and desire became tangible growth. Emotional redirection is the bridge between raw energy and success. For millennials in today's fast-paced, digital-first environment, learning this skill isn't optional, it's essential. Once mastered, it allows young professionals to channel every surge of emotion into meaningful, measurable results. After mastering emotional redirection, Alex discovered another critical element of energy transmutation: focused curiosity. Millennials today are surrounded by infinite information: social media, online courses, apps, and trends. The temptation to explore everything at once is constant, but scattered curiosity rarely produces results. Channeling curiosity into one meaningful direction at a time transforms mental energy into real achievement. Take Liam, a 24-year-old app developer in San Diego. He was constantly jumping between coding frameworks, learning snippets of languages, and starting multiple projects simultaneously. Weeks would go by, and none of his ideas reached completion. Frustrated, he decided to narrow his focus. Each week, he selected one framework and one project to fully commit to. By the end of 2 months, Liam had completed a polished app that attracted users and impressed investors. His energy, once scattered, became laser-focused. Similarly, Emma, a 23-year-old content creator in New York, spent months hopping between different niches: lifestyle, tech reviews, personal growth. She realized that instead of chasing every trending idea, she could concentrate her curiosity on one topic she genuinely loved. By diving deep, she built authority and trust with her audience, and her engagement skyrocketed. Focused curiosity transformed chaotic exploration into measurable results. Focused curiosity also applies to personal development. Jordan, a 24-year-old entrepreneur in Seattle, had an overwhelming desire to learn everything about marketing, coding, and design at the same time. Alex advised him to prioritize, learn one skill fully before layering another. This structured approach allowed Jordan to master each skill deeply, producing work that was both innovative and high quality. The key takeaway is simple: curiosity alone isn't enough. Left unchecked, it leads to distraction. Focused curiosity directs energy toward mastery, growth, and accomplishment. Millennials who learn to concentrate their mental energy on one goal at a time unlock the true potential of their passion. Alex applied this principle to his own projects. Instead of juggling 5 campaigns simultaneously, he chose one campaign per month and dedicated himself fully. The results were immediate: higher quality output, faster completion, and greater satisfaction. Every spark of curiosity became actionable fuel rather than wasted energy. By the end of this phase, the pattern was clear: energy must be directed. Millennials naturally feel intense bursts of curiosity, but mastery comes from concentration and focus. Liam, Emma, and Jordan all learned the same lesson. Focused curiosity turns potential into tangible achievement, creating momentum that carries forward into every area of life. Focused curiosity isn't just a strategy, it's a superpower for the modern millennial. When harnessed correctly, it transforms restless energy into skill, passion into results, and scattered ideas into real-world impact. Once Alex mastered emotional redirection and focused curiosity, he discovered another game-changing principle: peer accountability. Millennials often thrive in collaborative environments, yet many try to tackle ambitious projects alone. The energy that could drive success instead dissipates in isolation. Accountability partners, mastermind groups, or even close friends can multiply focus and productivity. Take Chloe, a 22-year-old social media strategist in New York. She often struggled to stay consistent with her content schedule. Alone, she would start multiple campaigns, but half never launched. By joining a small mastermind group, she committed to weekly goals and shared progress updates. The peer feedback and gentle pressure created an environment where her energy was consistently directed toward action. Campaigns were completed and engagement grew rapidly. Similarly, David, a 23-year-old software developer in San Francisco, found himself bouncing between ideas for a mobile app. Without external accountability, he rarely finished prototypes. When he partnered with a fellow developer and scheduled bi-weekly progress calls, his scattered energy became focused. Together, they completed a fully functional app that attracted investors. Accountability doesn't always mean competition. It means structure, support, and shared motivation. Millennials often underestimate the power of having others witness their progress. By verbalizing goals, setting deadlines, and sharing updates, energy that once drifted aimlessly now gains purpose. Alex applied this principle to his own work. He paired with a fellow entrepreneur, sharing daily objectives and progress logs. Each interaction served as a checkpoint, ensuring his bursts of passion and creativity were directed into completed tasks and measurable outcomes. The energy that used to fizzle now propelled his projects forward. Another example is Mia, a 23-year-old freelance designer in Austin. She struggled with deadlines and client communication. By participating in an online accountability group, she committed to deliverables and received feedback. Her productivity doubled, and she built stronger client relationships. Peer accountability amplified her focus, turning potential into tangible success. The lesson is clear. Millennials possess abundant energy, but without external reinforcement, it can scatter. Peer accountability provides the structure to harness that energy. Chloe, David, Mia, and Alex all found that consistent external pressure, when supportive, not punitive, transforms bursts of energy into sustained achievement. Finally, Alex noticed a profound change in his mindset. Energy no longer felt chaotic. It was channeled intentionally. By leveraging peer accountability, millennials can transform distraction into momentum, excitement into results, and passion into measurable growth. After mastering peer accountability, Alex discovered the transformative power of visualization. Millennials often underestimate how mental imagery can channel energy into concrete results. The brain doesn't always distinguish vividly imagined success from real experiences. By visualizing goals and actions, energy can be aligned and amplified toward achievement. Take Sophia, a 23-year-old entrepreneur in Miami. Each morning, she spent 10 minutes imagining her day. Successful meetings, smooth workflows, and enthusiastic client responses. This practice made her feel prepared, focused, and confident. By the time she started working, her creative energy flowed effortlessly into actionable tasks, and projects moved faster than ever before. Then there's Ethan, a 24-year-old app developer in San Francisco. He visualized each step of a new feature he wanted to code. By imagining the user experience, potential errors, and implementation process, he streamlined the coding phase and reduced trial and error time. Visualization transformed abstract energy into a direct pathway for productivity. Alex applied this principle immediately. Before tackling his campaigns, he would close his eyes for a few minutes, mentally rehearsing the process from brainstorming to completion. The effect was tangible. Distractions faded, motivation increased, and he completed tasks more efficiently. Even for creative professionals, visualization is crucial. Mia, a 23-year-old freelance designer in Austin, visualized her client presentations. By mentally walking through each step, she anticipated questions, refined her designs, and delivered presentations confidently. Her energy was no longer scattered. Every surge of excitement or nervousness became fuel for precision and excellence. Visualization also works in collaborative projects. Chloe, a 22-year-old social media strategist in New York, imagined her team executing campaigns successfully. Her mental rehearsal created alignment and enthusiasm, which she transferred into real-world interactions. The team's energy synchronized, producing better outcomes and stronger engagement. The key takeaway: mental rehearsal converts raw emotional energy into strategic action. Millennials who regularly visualize their goals find that energy, which once felt chaotic, now flows intentionally toward measurable achievements. By integrating visualization with emotional redirection, focused curiosity, and peer accountability, Alex noticed that his productivity soared. Tasks that used to take weeks now progressed in days. Bursts of energy no longer led to distraction. They drove real results. Ultimately, visualization is a bridge. It connects internal energy with external achievement. For millennials, mastering this technique transforms enthusiasm, passion, and desire into focused, actionable, and measurable success. Alex had now mastered awareness, emotional redirection, focused curiosity, peer accountability, and visualization. But he noticed something was still missing. No matter how focused he became, some days his energy felt low, scattered, or sluggish. That's when he discovered the importance of physical energy management. Physical vitality is directly linked to the ability to channel mental and emotional energy. Millennials often sacrifice sleep, skip meals, and remain sedentary, thinking hustle alone will produce results. The truth? Without a strong physical foundation, energy dissipates before it can be transmuted into achievement. Take Tyler, a 24-year-old game designer in Chicago. He often stayed up all night coding or testing prototypes, fueled by coffee and adrenaline. By midweek, he felt drained and unproductive. After adopting a structured routine, morning workouts, short meditation sessions, balanced meals, and regular hydration, his creativity and focus skyrocketed. Coding that once took hours now flowed naturally in shorter, more productive sessions. Then there's Vanessa, a 23-year-old fashion designer in Atlanta. Long nights of sketches and deadlines left her anxious and frustrated. She implemented brief daily walks, yoga stretches, and scheduled breaks. The result? Her ideas came faster, revisions were easier, and she felt more in control of her work. Physical energy management transformed exhaustion into actionable momentum. Even small changes make a difference. Liam, a 22-year-old freelance photographer in Denver, integrated micro-exercises and short breathing routines into his editing sessions. Suddenly, he could focus on intricate photo retouching for hours without burnout. Millennials often underestimate how tiny improvements in physical energy amplify mental output. Alex applied the same principle. He started mornings with a light jog and a protein-rich breakfast, followed by scheduled creative work blocks. Afternoons included hydration and stretching, and evenings were for reflection and planning. By managing his body, he noticed a remarkable increase in energy, focus, and motivation. His creative bursts became longer, steadier, and more productive. The lesson is clear. Physical energy fuels mental energy. Millennials with high ambition often focus on ideas, networking, and skill building. But without a healthy body, their energy cannot be fully harnessed. Tyler, Vanessa, Liam, and Alex all experienced the same transformation. Consistent physical energy management directly amplified their capacity to channel emotional and mental energy into measurable success. By the end of this phase, Alex realized something profound. True mastery of sex transmutation isn't just mental, it's mind and body working together. Only by aligning physical vitality with emotional and intellectual energy could he transform raw passion into sustained achievement. After mastering physical energy management, Alex realized that lasting results depended on small, consistent micro-habits. Millennials often chase big breakthroughs, thinking success comes from a single inspired moment. In reality, small daily actions compound into extraordinary outcomes. The key was turning bursts of energy into structured habits. Take Zoe, a 22-year-old freelance writer in Boston. She struggled to complete articles consistently. Inspired by micro-habits, she began dedicating just 30 minutes each morning to writing, no matter how busy her day was. At first, it seemed insignificant, but after weeks, she had completed multiple high-quality pieces and built a strong online portfolio. Each small session became fuel for bigger creative projects. Then there's Ryan, a 24-year-old music producer in Los Angeles. He often spent hours on social media or random music tools without focus. By creating micro-habits, 10-minute sound design exercises every morning, and short daily beat challenges, he noticed dramatic improvements in skill, creativity, and output. What once felt like wasted energy now produced tangible progress daily. Even outside creative fields, micro-habits work. Isabella, a 23-year-old finance intern in Chicago, struggled to maintain a study routine for certification exams. She implemented a habit of reviewing just one concept daily. Over months, she mastered the entire curriculum while maintaining a full-time internship. Small, consistent actions transform scattered energy into mastery. Alex applied micro-habits to his entrepreneurial projects. He scheduled 15-minute brainstorming sessions for new campaign ideas, 20-minute content revisions, and 10-minute reflection periods. Each session compounded over time, turning what once felt like chaotic bursts of energy into structured, high-output productivity. The principle is simple. Energy alone isn't enough. Without consistent action, it dissipates. Micro-habits channel enthusiasm, curiosity, and excitement into daily practice, creating measurable results over time. Millennials often have plenty of raw energy, but only by applying it consistently through small, intentional actions can they achieve meaningful growth. By integrating micro-habits with emotional redirection, focused curiosity, peer accountability, visualization, and physical energy management, Alex and his peers, Zoe, Ryan, Isabella, experienced sustained progress. Each day, their energy felt more directed, purposeful, and capable of producing results far beyond what they imagined. The takeaway is clear. Micro-habits convert potential into tangible achievement. For millennials chasing multiple ambitions, this is the bridge between bursts of raw energy and long-term success. By now, Alex understood that all his energy, focus, and habits were powerful, but without decisive action, they could still stall. The next critical principle was decision-making. Millennials often hesitate, overthink, or wait for perfect conditions, letting their energy dissipate. Transmuting energy into results requires clear, intentional choices. Take Natalie, a 23-year-old app designer in San Francisco. She had several app ideas, but kept delaying development because she feared failure. Every burst of inspiration fizzled into indecision. After learning the power of decisive action, she committed to launching one app within 30 days. She broke down tasks, scheduled each step, and refused to procrastinate. Within a month, her app went live and quickly gained traction. Similarly, Marcus, a 24-year-old fitness influencer in Miami, had countless collaborations in mind but kept postponing them. By making firm decisions, signing contracts, scheduling shoots, and committing to content deadlines, his energy transformed into tangible influence and growth. Hesitation became opportunity when he channeled energy into immediate, purposeful decisions. Even in less glamorous fields, decisive action matters. Clara, a 22-year-old law student in Chicago, had a wealth of ideas for research projects. Instead of overanalyzing, she prioritized one study and committed fully. Her focus and energy resulted in published work that impressed professors and opened doors for future opportunities. Alex applied this to his entrepreneurial projects. Each morning, he made 3 key decisions: what tasks to prioritize, which partnerships to pursue, and what content to produce. By doing so, the energy he once wasted on uncertainty became a driving force behind progress. Each decision acted as a compass, channeling his excitement and creative impulses toward concrete outcomes. The lesson is clear: energy without decision is scattered. Millennials often possess immense raw energy, curiosity, and passion, yet indecision squanders potential. By committing to deliberate choices, Alex, Natalie, Marcus, and Clara learned to transform mental and emotional energy into measurable results. Ultimately, mastering decision-making within the framework of sex transmutation ensures that every burst of energy becomes a building block for achievement, rather than wasted motion. For millennials navigating a fast-paced, distraction-heavy environment, this skill is not optional, it's essential. With awareness, emotional redirection, focused curiosity, peer accountability, visualization, physical energy management, micro-habits, and decisive action in place, Alex realized one final ingredient was essential: persistence. Millennials often start strong, but the fast-paced digital world can wear down enthusiasm. Transmuting energy into long-term achievement requires staying the course despite obstacles. Take Jordan, a 23-year-old indie game developer in Seattle. His first few prototypes failed, and social media feedback was harsh. Many of his peers advised quitting or switching projects. Instead, he applied persistent effort, iterating daily, learning from mistakes, and keeping his vision in focus. Months later, he launched a game that went viral, transforming his energy and ideas into tangible success. Then there's Ava, a 24-year-old YouTube content creator in Los Angeles. Her first videos gained little traction. Instead of giving up, she analyzed engagement data, adapted her style, and uploaded consistently. Her energy, previously dissipated in frustration, became momentum, and within 6 months, her channel experienced exponential growth. Even outside creative industries, persistence proves crucial. Liam, a 22-year-old law intern in Boston, faced repeated rejections from prestigious firms. Rather than allowing discouragement to drain his energy, he continued refining applications, networking, and building skills. Eventually, he secured a top internship that set the stage for a successful career. Alex applied persistence to his own entrepreneurial projects. Even when campaigns failed or clients were slow to respond, he maintained energy, adapted strategies, and continued forward. The same enthusiasm that once scattered during setbacks now fueled resilience and progress. The principle is simple. Millennials naturally possess energy, curiosity, and ambition. But without persistence, results are fleeting. Each example, Jordan, Ava, Liam, and Alex, demonstrates that energy, when paired with steadfast determination, overcomes obstacles and transforms potential into real achievement. Persistence is the final bridge in sex transmutation. Awareness, emotional redirection, focused curiosity, peer accountability, visualization, physical energy, micro-habits, and decisive action all lay the groundwork. Persistence ensures that energy continues to flow productively, turning temporary bursts into lasting success. After mastering persistence, Alex realized the next step was cultivating a long-term vision and sense of legacy. Millennials often focus on instant results, viral trends, or immediate gratification. But true transmutation of energy requires thinking beyond the moment, aligning daily actions with a larger purpose. Take Gabriella, a 23-year-old social entrepreneur in Austin. She felt bursts of energy creating social campaigns, but struggled to see how small projects could matter. By defining a clear long-term vision, impacting youth literacy in her city, she channeled every idea, collaboration, and campaign toward that goal. Her daily energy, once scattered, became purposeful and strategic, turning passion into measurable impact. Then there's Mateo, a 24-year-old software engineer in San Diego. He initially coded apps for fun, without a clear direction. After creating a 5-year vision of developing educational technology for underserved communities, he aligned his projects with that purpose. Each coding session, brainstorm, or hackathon now became a building block toward a legacy, giving his energy sustained focus and meaning. Even creative fields benefit from this mindset. Leela, a 22-year-old visual artist in New York, struggled to maintain motivation for her art. She began thinking in terms of her artistic legacy, imagining how her work could inspire future generations. With each piece, she channeled raw emotion and energy into meaningful creation, producing work that resonated deeply with her audience. Alex applied this principle to his own entrepreneurial efforts. He asked himself, "In 5 years, what do I want my work to represent?" By answering this, he aligned daily energy bursts with long-term objectives. The result? Campaigns, products, and projects that felt bigger than day-to-day tasks, fueled by purpose and direction. The key lesson: millennials often have abundant energy but lack alignment. Long-term vision transforms bursts of passion into strategic, impactful work. Gabriella, Mateo, Leela, and Alex all experienced the same revelation. Energy without direction may excite temporarily, but with vision, it builds legacy. By connecting purpose to daily action, millennials can ensure that every surge of creativity, passion, or drive contributes to lasting achievement, leaving a mark beyond fleeting success. Alex realized that energy isn't only personal, it can be amplified through strategic networking and relationship building. Millennials often underestimate how connections can act as catalysts for their ambitions. Relationships, when nurtured consciously, become channels to transmute energy into opportunities. Take Naomi, a 23-year-old marketing strategist in Chicago. She often worked alone on campaigns, missing potential collaborators. By attending networking events and joining online professional groups, she connected with peers who shared her vision. Each interaction sparked new ideas, feedback, and energy, turning isolated efforts into collaborative projects with measurable results. Then there's Kai, a 24-year-old software engineer in Austin. His energy in coding and app development was strong, but he struggled to get users for his projects. By building relationships with other developers, beta testers, and local tech influencers, his energy now flowed through a network, expanding reach and impact. His once solitary bursts of creativity became multiplying forces in a supportive community. Even creative professionals can leverage relationship energy. Sophia, a 22-year-old fashion designer in Los Angeles, initially focused solely on creating designs. After intentionally networking with other designers, photographers, and influencers, her ideas were shared, critiqued, and elevated. The energy she invested in relationships translated into higher quality work and larger audiences. Alex applied this principle to his own projects. He reached out to like-minded entrepreneurs, attended mastermind groups, and cultivated mentors. His energy, once limited to personal effort, now flowed into mutual growth and collaborative success. Every conversation, brainstorm, and joint project became a conduit for productive energy. The lesson is clear. Millennials often have abundant passion and creativity, but relationships amplify it. Naomi, Kai, Sophia, and Alex all discovered that strategic networking turns individual energy into collective impact, creating opportunities that isolated effort cannot achieve. By the end of this phase, Alex recognized a profound truth. Energy isn't just about what you do, it's also about who you engage with. Strategic connections multiply the power of sex transmutation, ensuring that personal energy contributes to larger, sustainable achievements. Alex realized that even with vision, persistence, and strong relationships, millennials often struggle to harness their creativity under pressure. Deadlines, high expectations, and fast-paced environments can scatter energy. The next key principle was learning to channel stress and pressure into creative output. Take Ryan, a 23-year-old graphic designer in Miami. Tight client deadlines often left him anxious and distracted. Instead of succumbing to stress, he experimented with pressure sprints, short, intense periods of focused work where he embraced the urgency. Surprisingly, the energy generated by the deadline amplified his creativity, producing designs far superior to his usual output. Then there's Lily, a 24-year-old video editor in Los Angeles. When multiple projects collided, she felt overwhelmed. By breaking tasks into micro-sprints and treating each as a creative challenge, she transformed pressure into motivation. The tension that once scattered her energy became fuel for faster, higher quality work. Even in tech fields, this principle is critical. Jordan, a 22-year-old app developer in Chicago, faced a last-minute bug fix that threatened a product launch. Instead of panicking, he treated the problem as an opportunity to innovate. By channeling the pressure, he developed a more efficient solution than the original plan. What could have been wasted energy became productive problem-solving energy. Alex applied this to his own entrepreneurial projects. Deadlines, client demands, and unexpected obstacles no longer caused stress. They became triggers for creative energy. The more pressure he experienced, the more sharply he focused, producing better results in less time. The lesson is clear. Millennials often mistake pressure for an obstacle. In reality, when consciously channeled, it is one of the most potent forms of energy for sex transmutation. Ryan, Lily, Jordan, and Alex all learned that stress, when harnessed, amplifies focus, innovation, and productivity. By the end of this phase, Alex understood that creativity under pressure is not luck. It's a learned skill. Millennials who embrace tension, deadlines, and high expectations as opportunities to convert energy into results can consistently achieve breakthroughs, even in high-stakes environments. After mastering creativity under pressure, Alex realized the next key principle was emotional resilience. Millennials often experience highs and lows, in fast-paced environments, and unprocessed emotions can scatter energy and hinder progress. Transmuting energy into achievement requires managing emotional fluctuations effectively. Take Naomi, a 22-year-old content strategist in Seattle. She faced constant criticism online, which initially drained her enthusiasm and energy. By practicing emotional resilience, acknowledging feelings, reflecting on constructive feedback, and redirecting frustration into new ideas, she maintained focus and steadily grew her brand. Her once volatile energy became a steady engine for consistent achievement. Then there's Miguel, a 23-year-old entrepreneur in Austin. Early failures in his startup left him demotivated and prone to second-guessing decisions. By developing resilience practices, including journaling, meditation, and goal reflection, he learned to recover quickly from setbacks. Each emotional dip became an opportunity to recharge energy and refocus on action. Even creative fields benefit from resilience. Sophia, a 24-year-old photographer in Los Angeles, initially struggled with rejection from galleries and clients. She started viewing rejection as part of the growth process, using disappointment as a fuel source. Each setback sharpened her determination, turning emotional turbulence into creative output and professional growth. Alex applied resilience to his entrepreneurial projects. Whenever campaigns failed or deadlines slipped, he avoided frustration and instead analyzed, adapted, and persevered. Emotional energy that previously drained him now became a catalyst for solution-oriented action. The key lesson: millennials possess abundant energy and creativity, but emotional instability can sabotage progress. Naomi, Miguel, Sophia, and Alex all discovered that cultivating emotional resilience transforms setbacks into motivation, frustration into focused action, and raw energy into sustained achievement. By integrating emotional resilience with all prior principles, awareness, focused curiosity, peer accountability, visualization, physical energy management, micro habits, decision-making, persistence, long-term vision, networking, and creativity under pressure, Alex built a comprehensive system to channel energy into extraordinary results. Alex now understood that energy, focus, and resilience were powerful. But to truly transform ambition into success, he needed to master strategic risk-taking. Millennials often hesitate, fearing failure or criticism. Yet transmuting energy into results requires stepping beyond comfort zones while making calculated choices. Take Ava, a 23-year-old tech entrepreneur in San Diego. She had a bold app idea, but worried about potential losses and negative reviews. Instead of freezing, she ran a limited beta, solicited targeted feedback, and iteratively improved her product. The energy that might have been lost to hesitation became fuel for growth, and her app successfully launched with early users excited to adopt it. Then there's Leo, a 24-year-old music producer in New York. He had a unique sound that didn't align with current trends. Rather than conform, he strategically released a single to test the market. While it carried risk, this calculated move captured attention, earning him both fans and collaborations. By taking strategic risks, he channeled energy into opportunities that others avoided. Even in professional settings, risk-taking matters. Priya, a 22-year-old marketing associate in Austin, pitched a bold campaign that her team initially resisted. Instead of shrinking back, she presented data, outlined potential outcomes, and executed a controlled pilot. The campaign's success amplified her influence, demonstrating how energy paired with strategic risk produces outsized results. Alex applied this principle to his own entrepreneurial projects. Each new idea was evaluated for potential impact versus risk. By taking intentional, calculated leaps, he transformed bursts of energy into innovation and tangible achievements. Hesitation no longer consumed his focus. Energy became actionable power. The lesson is clear. Millennials naturally possess abundant energy, creativity, and drive, but fear of risk can stifle potential. Ava, Leo, Priya, and Alex all discovered that taking strategic risks channels energy into opportunities that multiply growth rather than letting it dissipate in doubt. By mastering risk-taking alongside all previous principles, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy management, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex completed another crucial layer of sex transmutation, turning raw energy into purposeful, productive, and high-impact outcomes. Alex realized that strategic risk-taking unlocked potential, but without innovative problem-solving, energy could still become stagnant. Millennials often face unexpected obstacles, technical glitches, creative blocks, or market shifts. The key is to transmute emotional and mental energy into creative solutions rather than frustration. Take Elena, a 23-year-old UX designer in Boston. She faced repeated usability issues in her app prototype. Instead of giving up, she used each failure as a brainstorming opportunity, experimenting with design tweaks, user feedback, and iterative testing. Her energy, once scattered by frustration, became a structured force for problem-solving, leading to a final product praised for its intuitive interface. Then there's Noah, a 24-year-old social media strategist in Los Angeles. He struggled with a campaign that underperformed. By analyzing data, testing small adjustments, and creatively thinking outside traditional approaches, he turned a failing project into a viral success. His energy transformed into strategic innovation rather than wasted effort. Even in academic settings, problem-solving channels energy productively. Priya, a 22-year-old neuroscience student in Chicago, encountered a complex research challenge. Instead of feeling defeated, she mapped out possible solutions, experimented with methodologies, and collaborated with peers. Each moment of intellectual stress became fuel for breakthroughs, turning energy into results-driven learning. Alex applied innovative problem-solving to his own projects. Whenever he encountered obstacles, he paused, assessed, and approached the challenge creatively. His mental and emotional energy, rather than dissipating in worry, became constructive action, producing solutions faster and more effectively. The lesson is clear. Millennials naturally possess passion and energy, but without channeling it into problem-solving, potential can stall. Elena, Noah, Priya, and Alex all discovered that obstacles become opportunities when energy is intentionally redirected into innovation, experimentation, and adaptive thinking. By mastering innovative problem-solving, alongside all prior principles, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex unlocked another layer of sex transmutation, converting raw energy into tangible achievements. Alex realized that even with innovative problem-solving, energy could be wasted if not directed through disciplined focus. Millennials are surrounded by endless digital distractions, social media, notifications, streaming content that fragment attention. To truly transmute energy, one must prioritize, concentrate, and protect focus. Take Mia, a 23-year-old app developer in San Francisco. Her days were consumed by checking messages, scrolling feeds, and jumping between tasks. Productivity suffered. By implementing structured focus periods, 2-hour blocks without interruptions, she channeled energy into deep work. Within weeks, her coding output doubled, and complex features that once took days were completed in hours. Then there's Ethan, a 24-year-old content creator in New York. He constantly switched between editing, posting, and engagement, leading to burnout and scattered results. By scheduling dedicated creative sessions, with no multitasking, he transformed fleeting energy into high-quality content. Engagement, growth, and creativity all improved. Even in academic settings, disciplined focus matters. Sophia, a 22-year-old law student in Chicago, struggled to study effectively while constantly checking her phone. By adopting strict focus blocks, turning off notifications, and using the Pomodoro technique, her retention and productivity skyrocketed. Tasks that felt overwhelming became manageable, and energy was consistently channeled toward achievement. Alex applied disciplined focus to his entrepreneurial projects. He blocked time for brainstorming, client work, and reflection, eliminating distractions during each period. The mental and emotional energy that previously scattered into low-priority tasks was now channeled efficiently, producing measurable progress daily. The lesson is clear. Millennials have abundant energy and creativity, but without disciplined focus, potential is diluted. Mia, Ethan, Sophia, and Alex discovered that attention management transforms scattered effort into sustained, high-impact action. By integrating disciplined focus alongside all prior principles, innovative problem-solving, strategic risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex created a powerful system to channel energy into consistent, meaningful achievement. Alex realized that disciplined focus could be enhanced by leveraging technology effectively. Millennials are digital natives, but many allow technology to fragment attention rather than amplify productivity. The key is to use tools strategically to channel energy toward meaningful work. Take Jason, a 23-year-old software engineer in Austin. He struggled with project tracking and task overload. By using productivity apps, calendar automation, and task management tools, he organized his work efficiently. His mental energy, once scattered, became systematically directed toward high-priority goals, increasing both output and satisfaction. Then there's Chloe, a 24-year-old content marketer in Los Angeles. She was overwhelmed by social media scheduling, analytics, and campaigns. By integrating automation tools, content calendars, and analytics dashboards, she turned digital chaos into structured energy, enabling her to create more impactful campaigns while freeing time for creative thinking. Even in creative fields, technology enhances energy transmutation. Leo, a 22-year-old freelance illustrator in New York, used digital sketching tools, cloud storage, and collaboration platforms to streamline workflows. The energy that was once spent on repetitive tasks now fueled creativity and innovation, accelerating project completion. Alex applied these lessons to his entrepreneurial ventures. He used project management software, automation, and collaborative tools to align team energy and personal effort. Technology became a multiplier, amplifying the results of his focus and energy rather than distracting from them. The lesson is clear. Millennials possess abundant energy and ideas, but without strategic use of technology, much of it can be wasted. Jason, Chloe, Leo, and Alex discovered that harnessing digital tools amplifies energy, focus, and output, turning potential into measurable results. By combining technology with disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, strategic risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness. Alex created a systematic, high-energy approach to transforming ambition into achievement. Alex realized that even with focus, technology, and structured energy, growth could plateau without mentorship and guidance. Millennials often try to navigate challenges alone, but energy and creativity are magnified when combined with the wisdom and experience of others. Take Sophia, a 23-year-old fintech entrepreneur in Chicago. She struggled to secure investors for her startup. By seeking mentorship from experienced founders, she gained insights on pitching, fundraising, and strategy. Her energy, once spent in trial and error, was now focused and amplified, leading to a successful seed round within months. Then there's Ryan, a 24-year-old indie filmmaker in Los Angeles. He had raw talent but lacked industry knowledge. Mentorship from established directors helped him refine storytelling, production techniques, and networking strategies. By channeling his energy through guided learning, his films gained recognition in festivals, turning passion into tangible success. Even in creative arts, mentorship is critical. Isabella, a 22-year-old fashion designer in New York, struggled to market her designs effectively. Partnering with a mentor in the industry allowed her to focus energy on high-impact strategies, resulting in collaborations with well-known brands and increased visibility. Alex applied mentorship principles to his entrepreneurial journey. He joined mastermind groups, sought advice from seasoned professionals, and actively implemented guidance. The energy that might have been wasted on uncertainty or mistakes was now strategically directed toward proven pathways, accelerating success. The lesson is clear. Millennials have energy, ideas, and creativity, but without mentorship, progress is slower and more difficult. Sophia, Ryan, Isabella, and Alex discovered that guidance transforms energy into focused, actionable knowledge, enabling faster achievement and reducing wasted effort. By integrating mentorship with all prior principles, leveraging technology, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, strategic risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a comprehensive system for channeling energy into sustained achievement. Alex realized that even with mentorship, focus, and guidance, energy could be wasted if not paired with a positive mindset and gratitude. Millennials often focus on what's missing, comparing themselves to others, which dissipates energy. Transmuting energy into results requires consciously cultivating positivity and appreciation for progress. Take Maya, a 23-year-old startup founder in San Francisco. She constantly measured herself against peers who seemed more successful. This comparison drains her energy and creativity. By adopting a daily gratitude routine, acknowledging wins, progress, and supportive relationships, she redirected energy into productive action, boosting morale and momentum. Then there's Caleb, a 24-year-old app developer in New York. He faced frequent rejections from investors, which left him frustrated and unfocused. By practicing mindful reflection and celebrating small victories, he transformed discouragement into motivation and renewed energy, eventually securing funding for his innovative app. Even in creative industries, gratitude enhances energy transmutation. Ariana, a 22-year-old visual artist in Los Angeles, initially felt overshadowed by peers. By acknowledging her growth, maintaining a positive mindset, and appreciating learning experiences, her energy became focused on creation and innovation, leading to recognition and opportunities she previously thought out of reach. Alex applied this principle to his entrepreneurial ventures. Each day, he reflected on achievements, lessons learned, and supportive collaborators. Energy that might have dissipated in frustration was now channeled into consistent, intentional action, reinforcing both personal growth and professional progress. The lesson is clear. Millennials possess abundant energy, creativity, and ideas, but negativity and comparison can waste potential. Maya, Caleb, Ariana, and Alex discovered that cultivating gratitude and a positive mindset amplifies energy, focus, and output, turning challenges into opportunities and temporary setbacks into long-term gains. By combining gratitude and positivity with all prior principles, mentorship, leveraging technology, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, strategic risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a fully integrated system for transmuting energy into extraordinary achievement. Alex realized that positivity and gratitude could only take energy so far. To truly convert ambition into tangible results, millennials needed to master strategic planning and goal setting. Without clear direction, even abundant energy becomes scattered and unproductive. Take Hannah, a 23-year-old e-commerce entrepreneur in Miami. She had many ideas, but no structured plan. By setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART goals, she focused her energy on high-impact tasks. Within months, her online store experienced consistent growth, and her creative efforts produced measurable results. By setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART goals, she focused her energy on high-impact tasks. Within months, her online store experienced consistent growth, and her creative efforts produced measurable results. Then there's David, a 24-year-old app developer in San Diego. He often jumped from one project to another without long-term vision. By creating a detailed roadmap with milestones and deadlines, he channeled his energy into purposeful action, completing projects faster and with higher quality. Even in creative fields, strategic planning is critical. Olivia, a 22-year-old content creator in New York, struggled to grow her audience. By mapping out content calendars, campaign goals, and audience engagement strategies, she transformed scattered effort into consistent, high-impact growth. Alex applied strategic planning to his entrepreneurial ventures. He broke down long-term objectives into actionable steps, prioritized tasks based on impact, and tracked progress systematically. The energy that might have been wasted on indecision and trial and error was now focused and productive, accelerating progress toward goals. The lesson is clear. Millennials possess creativity, ambition, and energy, but without strategic planning, potential is fragmented. Hannah, David, Olivia, and Alex discovered that goal setting and structured planning direct energy into measurable achievement, turning ideas into results. By integrating strategic planning with all PRIO principles, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex constructed a systematic framework to consistently transmute energy into lasting success. Alex realized that even with strategic planning, energy could dissipate without effective time management and prioritization. Millennials often juggle multiple tasks, commitments, and digital distractions. To transmute energy into meaningful results, time must be structured and prioritized deliberately. Take Jordan, a 23-year-old software engineer in San Francisco. He constantly felt overwhelmed by competing projects and deadlines. By implementing the Eisenhower matrix, categorizing tasks by urgency and importance, he focused on high-impact activities first. His scattered energy became concentrated and productive, completing critical projects faster and with higher quality. Then there's Leah, a 24-year-old freelance designer in Los Angeles. She struggled to meet client deadlines while pursuing personal projects. By blocking dedicated time slots, limiting multitasking, and using time-tracking tools, she transformed her workflow. Energy that was once diluted across tasks was now directed efficiently, enabling both professional and personal growth. Even in creative industries, time management is vital. Noah, a 22-year-old content creator in New York, initially posted irregularly, losing audience engagement and momentum. By planning content calendars, batching production, and setting deadlines, he maximized energy use, producing consistent, high-quality content while avoiding burnout. Alex applied time management strategies to his entrepreneurial ventures. Each day was organized around high-priority tasks, minimizing distractions and ensuring that energy was channeled toward actions with maximum impact. Time, once wasted on indecision or reactive behavior, became a structured conduit for results. The lesson is clear. Millennials have energy, creativity, and drive. But without effective time management, results can be delayed or diluted. Jordan, Leah, Noah, and Alex discovered that prioritizing tasks and managing time strategically amplifies energy, making progress faster, more consistent, and sustainable. By integrating time management and prioritization with all prior principles, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative problem solving, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex completed another layer of sex transmutation mastery, turning energy into measurable, lasting achievement. Alex realized that even with strategic planning and time management, energy could dissipate without self-discipline. Millennials often struggle with instant gratification, procrastination, and distraction. To truly transmute energy into achievement, consistent self-discipline is essential. Take Emma, a 23-year-old digital marketer in Boston. She often delayed important projects, giving in to social media or entertainment. By creating a strict routine, setting personal deadlines, and rewarding herself for progress, she transformed her scattered energy into focused, consistent action, increasing productivity and visibility in her industry. Then there's Marcus, a 24-year-old indie game developer in Austin. He struggled to maintain coding momentum while balancing a side job. By enforcing disciplined daily sprints and committing to minimum work quotas, he converted fragmented energy into continuous progress, completing games that once seemed impossible. Even creative fields benefit from discipline. Priya, a 22-year-old content creator in Los Angeles, struggled to maintain her posting schedule and audience engagement. By creating a content plan, sticking to deadlines, and batching production, she turned self-discipline into sustained creative output, growing her following steadily. Alex applied self-discipline to his entrepreneurial ventures. He set clear routines, established accountability systems, and resisted distractions. The energy that previously wandered aimlessly was now focused on meaningful action, creating measurable results over time. The lesson is clear. Millennials have energy, ideas, and potential. But without self-discipline, progress is inconsistent and easily disrupted. Emma, Marcus, Priya, and Alex discovered that cultivating discipline transforms scattered effort into reliable, high-impact achievement. By combining self-discipline with all prior principles, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, visualization, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a fully integrated system to convert raw energy into sustained success. Alex realized that even with self-discipline, energy reaches its highest potential when combined with visualization and mental rehearsal. Millennials often underestimate the power of mentally simulating success. By imagining outcomes vividly, energy can be transmuted into confidence, clarity, and purposeful action. Take Liam, a 23-year-old entrepreneur in Seattle. Before pitching to investors, he spent 10 minutes each morning visualizing the meeting, how he would speak, answer questions, and demonstrate value. This mental rehearsal transformed anxiety into focused energy, resulting in a successful funding round. Then there's Zoe, a 24-year-old professional athlete in Los Angeles. She visualized every detail of her performance before training: movements, strategy, and timing. By channeling energy into precise mental practice, she improved physical execution, reaction time, and endurance, turning mental energy into physical results. Even in creative fields, visualization amplifies achievement. Noah, a 22-year-old music producer in New York, mentally rehearsed mixing tracks and anticipating audience reactions before sessions. This practice transformed nervous energy into enhanced creativity and flawless production, elevating his work quality. Alex applied visualization to his entrepreneurial projects. He imagined successful product launches, client meetings, and team collaboration. Mental rehearsal focused energy on concrete outcomes, increasing confidence and efficiency in real-world execution. The lesson is clear. Millennials have energy, creativity, and ambition. But without visualization, potential is underutilized. Liam, Zoe, Noah, and Alex discovered that vividly imagining success channels energy into clarity, preparation, and higher performance, turning goals into achievable reality. By combining visualization and mental rehearsal with all prior principles: self-discipline, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, physical energy, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a comprehensive system to transform raw energy into extraordinary achievement. Alex realized that even with visualization and mental rehearsal, energy could not reach its full potential without physical energy optimization. Millennials often sacrifice sleep, nutrition, and exercise in pursuit of goals, but physical well-being directly fuels mental focus, creativity, and productivity. Take Ava, a 23-year-old software developer in San Diego. She frequently worked late nights, skipped meals, and experienced fatigue that limited her coding output. By incorporating structured sleep, balanced nutrition, and daily workouts, she transformed low energy into consistent, high-quality performance, producing complex software efficiently. Then there's Jordan, a 24-year-old digital artist in Los Angeles. Initially, long hours at the computer left him mentally drained and creatively blocked. By integrating regular breaks, stretching routines, and cardio sessions, his physical energy boosted mental clarity and creative flow, enabling him to complete projects faster and with more innovation. Even in high-pressure fields, health optimization matters. Priya, a 22-year-old law student in New York, struggled with focus during long study sessions. By prioritizing exercise, hydration, and proper sleep, she channeled her physical energy into sharper concentration and better retention, outperforming peers in exams and moot competitions. Alex applied physical energy principles to his entrepreneurial ventures. He prioritized nutrition, regular exercise, and structured rest. Energy previously wasted on fatigue and burnout was now sustained and directed toward high-impact activities, improving creativity, decision-making, and productivity. The lesson is clear. Millennials have abundant ideas and drive, but without physical energy optimization, productivity and focus are limited. Ava, Jordan, Priya, and Alex discovered that maintaining physical health amplifies energy, focus, and execution, turning ambition into tangible results. By integrating physical energy management with all prior principles, visualization, self-discipline, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, discipline focus, innovative problem-solving, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, peer accountability, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a comprehensive system to channel energy into maximum achievement. Alex realized that even with physical energy optimized, true transformation required peer accountability and collaboration. Millennials often attempt ambitious goals alone, but energy, ideas, and creativity multiply when paired with like-minded, supportive peers. Take Liam, a 23-year-old app developer in San Francisco. He struggled to complete a complex coding project on time. By joining a peer accountability group of fellow developers, he shared progress daily, discussed challenges, and received constructive feedback. His energy, which previously waned from isolation, became focused and sustained, helping him finish the project efficiently while improving the quality of his work. Then there's Sophia, a 24-year-old content creator in Los Angeles. She wanted to launch a new podcast, but lacked motivation to maintain consistency. By partnering with another creator and holding each other accountable for production schedules, they created a system of mutual support, transforming energy into regular, high-quality content. Even in academic environments, peer collaboration is powerful. Marcus, a 22-year-old finance student in New York, struggled with complex case studies. Forming a study group allowed him to share strategies, learn from peers, and maintain discipline. Energy that would have been lost in solo struggle was now channeled into efficient learning and superior performance. Alex applied peer accountability to his entrepreneurial projects. By creating mastermind groups, weekly check-ins, and collaborative sessions, he turned individual energy into collective momentum, accelerating progress and fostering innovation. The lesson is clear. Millennials have energy, ambition, and ideas. But without peer accountability, progress can stall. Liam, Sophia, Marcus, and Alex discovered that collaboration amplifies energy, focus, and results, turning potential into tangible achievement. By integrating peer accountability and collaboration with all prior principles, physical energy optimization, visualization, self-discipline, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, risk-taking, emotional resilience, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, focused curiosity, and awareness. Alex created a robust system for transmuting energy into sustainable, high-impact success. Alex realized that even with peer accountability, energy could falter without emotional intelligence and empathy. Millennials often focus on goals and productivity, but overlook understanding themselves and others. By mastering emotional awareness, energy can be transmuted into effective communication, stronger relationships, and higher impact. Take Emma, a 23-year-old marketing strategist in San Francisco. She frequently misread client feedback, leading to frustration and wasted energy. By practicing active listening and empathy, she understood clients' needs more clearly, transforming emotional tension into constructive problem-solving, improving both work quality and relationships. Then there's Liam, a 24-year-old team leader in Chicago. He struggled to motivate his remote team by tuning into team members' emotions, providing support, and recognizing achievements. He transformed scattered managerial energy into focused leadership, boosting productivity and morale. Even in creative fields, emotional intelligence is vital. Priya, a 22-year-old filmmaker in Los Angeles, initially struggled to collaborate with actors and crew, causing delays and stress. By cultivating empathy and understanding perspectives, she channeled energy into cohesive collaboration, leading to smoother production and higher quality films. Alex applied emotional intelligence to his entrepreneurial ventures. He reflected on personal emotions, identified triggers, and understood partners and clients deeply. Energy that might have been wasted on misunderstandings and frustration was now directed toward building stronger connections and better outcomes. The lesson is clear. Millennials have creativity, ambition, and energy, but without emotional intelligence, relationships and results suffer. Emma, Liam, Priya, and Alex discovered that understanding and empathizing amplifies energy, enhances influence, and turns personal effort into collective success. By integrating emotional intelligence and empathy with all prior principles, peer accountability, physical energy optimization, visualization, self-discipline, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative problem-solving, risk-taking, creativity under pressure, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a holistic system for transmuting energy into meaningful, sustainable achievement. Alex realized that even with emotional intelligence, energy could be wasted if creative problem-solving under pressure was not developed. Millennials often face unexpected challenges and high-stakes situations where scattered energy leads to poor decisions. Channeling energy into creative, focused problem-solving is essential for sustained success. Take Zoe, a 23-year-old UX designer in New York. During a major app redesign, a critical bug appeared hours before the client presentation. Instead of panicking, she used structured brainstorming and rapid prototyping techniques. Her energy, once anxious and scattered, became innovative and solution-focused, resolving the issue on time and impressing the client. Then there's Ethan, a 24-year-old startup founder in San Francisco. His team faced a sudden supply chain disruption. By gathering the team, analyzing alternatives, and implementing contingency plans, he transformed stress into decisive action, maintaining product launch schedules and preserving investor confidence. Even in creative industries, pressure can be harnessed. Maya, a 22-year-old fashion designer in Los Angeles, received a last-minute request for a runway collection. By breaking tasks into prioritized steps and rapidly iterating, she channeled energy into productive creativity, completing the collection with originality and style that wowed audiences. Alex applied this principle to his entrepreneurial ventures. He trained himself to stay calm under pressure, map challenges, and generate multiple solutions. Energy that might have been lost to panic was now channeled into innovation and decisive action, achieving outcomes that exceeded expectations. The lesson is clear. Millennials have energy, creativity, and ambition. But without mastering problem-solving under pressure, opportunities can be lost. Zoe, Ethan, Maya, and Alex discovered that channeling energy into structured, creative solutions maximizes results even in high-stress situations. By integrating creative problem-solving under pressure with all prior principles, emotional intelligence, peer accountability, physical energy optimization, visualization, self-discipline, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative thinking, risk-taking, networking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex built a complete system for transforming raw energy into high-impact, sustainable achievement. Alex realized that even with creative problem-solving under pressure, energy and opportunities could be exponentially amplified by leveraging networking and strategic relationships. Millennials often focus solely on personal effort, underestimating the power of connections in accelerating results. Take Olivia, a 23-year-old marketing strategist in Chicago. She had great ideas but limited reach. By attending industry events, engaging in online professional communities, and forming strategic collaborations, she transformed her energy into amplified influence, landing high-profile projects that would have been impossible alone. Then there's Caleb, a 24-year-old tech entrepreneur in San Francisco. His startup needed early adopters and investors. By cultivating relationships with mentors, investors, and industry peers, he accessed resources, advice, and opportunities that accelerated growth. Energy that might have been spent struggling in isolation became leveraged through strategic partnerships, propelling his business forward. Even in creative industries, networking is crucial. Priya, a 22-year-old visual artist in New York, struggled to get gallery exhibitions. By connecting with curators, other artists, and online communities, she channeled her energy into relationship-driven opportunities, gaining visibility and credibility faster than expected. Alex applied networking principles to his entrepreneurial ventures. He strategically built relationships, provided value to others, and sought collaborations. Individual effort became multiplicative, with energy amplified through connections and joint initiatives. The lesson is clear. Millennials have ambition, energy, and talent. But without leveraging networks and strategic relationships, progress is slower and less impactful. Olivia, Caleb, Priya, and Alex discovered that harnessing relationships multiplies energy, opens doors, and accelerates achievement. By integrating networking and strategic relationships with all prior principles, creative problem-solving under pressure, emotional intelligence, peer accountability, physical energy optimization, visualization, self-discipline, time management, strategic planning, gratitude, mentorship, technology leverage, disciplined focus, innovative thinking, risk-taking, long-term vision, persistence, decision-making, micro-habits, focused curiosity, and awareness, Alex constructed a fully synergized system to convert energy, talent, and relationships into sustained, high-impact success. Alex had learned that energy, when focused, could move mountains. But he also discovered another truth. Energy without risk leads to stagnation. Millennials often hesitate, waiting for perfect conditions before they take bold action. Yet success favors those willing to risk comfort for growth. Consider Madison, a 25-year-old fashion designer in Los Angeles. She poured her energy into sketches and designs, but her fear of launching a collection kept her invisible. Finally, she took the leap, investing her savings into a small runway show. The risk paid off, drawing buyers and online buzz that elevated her from unknown to in demand. Then there's Jordan, a 27-year-old app developer in Austin. He could have stayed in a stable job, but chose to risk starting his own company. The first two apps failed, but the third, a productivity tool designed for young entrepreneurs, became a hit. Jordan's willingness to risk failure turned wasted energy into breakthrough success. Even Alex himself faced a defining risk. He was offered a high-paying corporate role, but realized it would drain his energy from his own venture. Walking away was terrifying, but staying would have been worse. That decision to risk financial comfort for long-term vision set the stage for his greatest achievements. The pattern is undeniable. Persistence, discipline, and energy are vital, but without risk, potential remains locked away. Success belongs to those who act despite uncertainty. If you're watching this right now, ask yourself, what risk are you avoiding that could change everything? Don't just consume this lesson, apply it. Share your bold move in the comments, because someone else might need your courage to spark their own. And if this story resonated, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Millionaire Mind USA 1M, and hit the bell so you never miss the next step in mastering your mindset and building the life you dream of.